Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are enjoying your time sitting at home. You must have enjoyed my last lecture about Shepcher theorem. Today, I will be giving you a brief description about one of the important exercises, exercise 47 in your course book. So let us check out. So this is that question 47. Here probability density of x is given by fx equal to 1 plus x for minus 1 less than x less than or equal to 0, 1 minus x for x between 0 and 1 and 0 else, and u equal to x, v equal to x square, and we have to show that covariance uv equal to 0, and in second part u and v are dependent. We all know that whenever u and v are independent random variables, then covariance between them is 0. But क्या उसका converse भी true है? So through this exercise, you can see that converse is not true. We have two random variables u and v which are uncorrelated, means their covariance is 0. But u and v are not independent, they are actually dependent. So how to solve this? Part A, where we have to show that covariance uv equal to 0. So what is covariance uv? Expected value of uv minus e of u, e of v. Now expected value of uv is expected value of x into x square, that is expected value of x cube, and that is integral minus 1 to 1 x cube fx dx, because you can see that fx is non-zero only between minus 1 and 1, right? So there is no use of taking the other two integrals, which is minus infinity to minus 1, and the other one is 1 to infinity. So now this is just a calculation. You can see that fx is 1 plus x for x between minus 1 and 0, and between 0 and 1 fx is 1 minus x. So using here and calculating the integrals, it will come out to be equal to 0. Similarly, e of u, that is e of x, that is minus 1 to 0 x and fx, where fx is 1 plus x in the interval minus 1 to 0 and 1 minus x in the interval 0 to 1, and thereafter a little bit calculation, and this will come out to be equal to 0. So e of u is also 0 and e of uv is also 0. So therefore both are same. Uv equal to eu into ev, both are equal to 0, and covariance uv being difference of these two is also 0. And in the next part we have to show that u and v are independent. U and v are dependent. So let us assume on the contrary that u and v are independent and choose v as any real number between 0 and 1. Then we know that square root of v is also between 0 and 1. And this is the diagram of your PDF fx. You can see that on the left of minus 1, fx is 0. On in between minus 1 and 0, it is 1 plus x, and in between 0 and 1 it is 1 minus x, and on the right of 1 this is again 0. So you have taken root v between 0 and 1. V is any real number. So suppose this is plus root v and this point is minus root v. Okay, and this graph is graph of y equal to fx, where fx is PDF of x. Now define two sets A and B. A is an event for which x square is less than or equal to small v, and what is x square? That is the random variable v. So random variable v is less than or equal to small v. This event is A, and B is another event where x lies between minus root v and root v, and what is x? U. So u lies between minus root v and root v. Suppose this is an event B. Now you can observe the two sets. They are actually same, x square less than or equal to v and x between minus root v and root v. So these two as sets are same, but we have taken different because we want to look A as an event in the probability space of x square, and B we want to look it as an event in the probability space of x. Okay, but otherwise as sets A and B are equal. Now what is P of B? Probability of B, event B, that is probability of x between minus root v and root v, and thereafter we have calculation probability of x lying between any 2 points. You know, you have to integrate its PDF. So what is random variable x? Its PDF is 1 plus x or 1 minus x, depending upon the situation, whether the point is between -1 and 0 or between 0 and 1. So from here you can see that the region minus root v to 0 lies on the left of y-axis, and region between 0 and root v lies on the right of y-axis. And on the right of y-axis, this fx is given by 1 minus x, and on the left of y-axis, fx is 1 plus x. So that is integral minus root v to 0 1 plus x dx plus 0 to root v 1 minus x dx. And then you have to evaluate the value of these integrals, and finally you will be getting this integral to be equal to 2 times square root of v minus v, right? So probability of b is 2 times root v minus v, where v is any arbitrary real number between 0 and 1. Now since x and x square are independent, because that is what you have assumed, so same holds for a and b, because a is an event in the probability space of x, b is an event in the probability space of x square, and x square are two independent random variables, so their associated events are also independent, and therefore p of ab is p of a into p of b, because we know that whenever two events a and b are independent, then probability of a intersection b is probability of a into probability of b. But we also know that a and b as sets are equal, so that means p of b into b is p of b into pb, where b into b means b intersection b, and that is b. So what we get, p of b equal to p of b square. That means there is a real number x which is equal to square of that, and that is possible only when that real number, or that the value of probability b is 0 or p of b equal to 1. But what was p of b? 2 root v minus v. So 2 root v minus v is either 0 or 1. Whatever v as a real number you take in the interval 0 to 1. And which is not possible, because for example, if you take v equal to 1 by 2 square in the interval 0 to 1, then the value of 2 root v minus v is 3 by 4, which is neither 0 nor 1. So our assumption that x and x square are independent is wrong, and hence x and x square must be dependent. So I hope this is clear to all of you. So please enjoy this video. I will come out with something else in my next video. Thank you.